Hi, I know why you clicked on this video. You know why you clicked on this video. Lately, you have been struggling with procrastination, laziness, and motivation issues. I used to watch a shitload of motivational videos on YouTube trying to solve my motivational procrastination, laziness issues. Now, I came to learn a few things that I want to share with you in this exact video. First things first, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm happy that you're here. If you're a new subscriber or a new watcher, welcome to the channel. I hope you will learn something today, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you 3 things that help me to deal with procrastination and laziness. When we are watching motivational videos on YouTube, we actually trick our brains into believing that we are motivated. What do I mean by that? Our brain's visual input is linked to our hormonal system. When we create the illusion that we are being motivated, that we are being productive by watching other people talk about this, by watching other people share their experiences, our brain thinks that we are actually motivated, that we are actually doing the things that we should be doing. So this gives us a momentary release, which will cause our actual productivity to drop because we don't have a real motivation to do something. We're tricking ourselves into believing that we are motivated by watching motivational videos. Oh yes, by the way, make sure to watch this video all the way to the end because I will share with you my best tip in the last part. Also, this helps the YouTube algorithm to expose this video to more viewers and thus ultimately helps to grow this channel. I really appreciate your time and I hope to see you there. The second thing is understanding that most of our laziness and procrastination is rooted in fear. Now, what do I mean by that? If you really pay attention to why you're not taking the action that you need to take, it's most likely because you're afraid you will fail. You're afraid you're not good enough. You're afraid you won't be able to finish it in time. You're afraid that starting doesn't make sense anyway because nobody will like your work. I have dealt with this personally. I was very afraid to start this YouTube channel. I was very afraid to start recording. Why? Because I thought that I wouldn't be good enough. I thought my videos wouldn't make any sense. I thought people wouldn't like the content that I would put out. I made myself believe that I was lazy, that I was a procrastinator, simply because I was afraid to start recording these videos. I was afraid to start putting my thoughts out there on the internet because I thought that people would judge them, people would criticize them, people would not even care 1 single second, and most of them actually don't care a single second, so they don't even care about giving a negative feedback. So understand that when you are feeling lazy, when you are procrastinating, there might be a potential layer of fear beneath your inability to take action. Now, the third and most important point is that motivation follows action. And this is the crucial tip that I want to share with you in this video. I discovered through personal experience that this is the most important and powerful mindset shift you can make. Let me give you an example. I'll take you back a few months ago. I was extremely lazy. I was laying on the couch, not doing anything. I didn't feel like creating anything whatsoever. Now, at some point I decided, you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Let's just try it out and try to be consistent with it. And I got up, took my camera, I pressed record, and I started talking. Now, as I started talking, the motivation started to grow, the energy started to flow, and I started to feel so much more motivated all of a sudden. It felt as if the motivation came to me just by talking to the camera, just by taking action. Our systems are designed to take action. And when we take action, our systems reward us for doing that. How do you apply this in your own life? When you have to do something, when there is a task you need to complete, when there is an event you need to attend, when there is a deadline you need to finish, and you find yourself procrastinating, give this a try. Find the smallest task you can do that will bring you closer to your goal of finishing the work. It can be something as simple as putting your shoes ready for the next morning. It can be something as simple as taking out a sheet of paper and writing down 3 words. Try the smallest increment of action you can think of, and then go do that. Now, what you will find is that once you actually overcome the initial resistance to doing this small task, you will engage certain systems in your brain, one of which is the sunken cost bias. Now, what is this bias? The sunken cost bias basically means that once we start investing in a certain project, in a certain set of actions, we need to continue doing that in order to justify to ourselves why we are putting in our energy and attention. Let me give you an example. A certain company is spending a lot of money on the renovation of their offices. And they're pumping in a lot of money, but the renovation work isn't turning out to be the way it should be. There is lots of problems, and it actually costs them more and more money. Now, most companies, they keep pumping in more money in order to save the project because they've already spent so much money on this project. Now, the right thing to do would actually be to pull out the plug and then use the money that they would have used to try to save the project to pour into something that is actually profitable, right? Now, this type of confirmation bias, we can also use it to our advantage. We can pour in some time and energy and money maybe even into reaching our goals, into reaching our deadlines, just a little bit. And then our brain will start to come up with reasons why we should continue doing what we were doing. Now, you already started. You can then as well just continue doing what you were doing. And you will find that by doing this small increment, by taking this small action towards finishing your project, towards finishing your deadline, towards going to the meeting, the motivation will start to come. And you will find yourself feeling more motivated by taking action instead of procrastinating and thinking and watching motivational videos, which will trick you into believing that you're actually doing what you should be doing, but you're not. So I want to invite you to break down whatever it is that you're trying to achieve into the smallest possible chunks that you can think of, and then go do just the smallest part. And really know that you will have to force yourself just a little bit. Do it. I had to force myself to get off the couch, pick up my camera, place it somewhere, and press record. But once I did that, I overcame the initial resistance, and then the motivation started to flow. Go give it a try. I promise you, it will change your life. Once you realize this, you will be able to use this skill, use this tool to your advantage. You will be able to trick your brain into taking action when you need to. And you will find the motivation flowing your way once you overcame this initial resistance. There is this beautiful metaphor that I like to use for this situation, and it's the surface level tension. If you look at a pond of water, where the water touches the air, there is the surface of the water, and there is a certain level of surface tension. There's an energy field covering the surface of the water. It's the surface tension where the little insects, they can actually stand on the water. That's because there is the surface tension. There's an energy field that separates the water from the air. Now, if you want to break out of the water, or if you want to go in the water, you need to break this layer of energy, the surface tension. You need to break through. But once you're through the surface tension, then it becomes so much easier to either go through the water or go through the air. This is what it means to take that initial small step of action. It's breaking through the surface tension, and once you break through, the motivation will start flowing, and you will see that it will really happen. I assure you it will happen. Once you discover the fears behind it, and once you break it down into small chunks and you take the smallest possible action, the motivation will come. So I would like to invite you to give these tips a try. And I would love to hear about your experiences with what I just talked about. Did you manage to find motivation by taking small steps? Feel free to leave a comment down below. I will reply to all of them. Like and subscribe, share with a friend or a loved one, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you there. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And if you like this type of content, feel free to click the subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment, share with a loved one, because this will help the algorithm to expose my videos to more viewers, and this will ultimately help to grow this channel. It will really help me out, and it's a beautiful win-win situation for both me and the rest of the world. So go click that like button, and as always, Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.